punch, 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 punch. Make some noise, everybody! Thank you. Thank you. Thank you tonight. I want to just thank everyone for coming out on this night. This is an absolutely magical night. And it's magical because we're doing something in America that has never been done before. There has never been a publicly traded company or a public company that has come to our community and has said, let me show you how to create wealth in your community. I'm so thankful to the punchtv studio staff, and we have an awesome staff, everyone who's worked so hard to make this event tonight and that have worked so hard to help us have a successful IPO. And the other part of our IPO is that there's never been an IPO where your own staff helped you raise the money. You usually have to go to an investment banker, and the investment bankers raise the money for you, and then they tell you how much money you can raise, and they tell you what the stock price is going to be for your company. But at punchtv Studios, we set the stock price at $1 a share. Well, let me tell you something that's even more powerful than that. We get to set the stock price, the opening price that we want to trade for on Wall Street. And we get to set that number at any number that we want. Because they didn't do this for us. We did it for ourselves. We have thousands of stockholders from all across the country, from New York, from Atlanta, from Los Angeles, from Tupelo, Mississippi, from Louisiana, from Alabama, from all across America. People have been investing in punchtv Studios because they know and they see the vision for where we're going with our company. And I'm going to tell you that I will not let you down. That's why we set it at $1, because we wanted to give everyone an opportunity to be a part of something great. Our stock is not cheap. There's a difference between cheap. We are not a cheap company. We're just inexpensive. And there's a difference between cheap and inexpensive. See, you may go shopping in Beverly Hills, and you may go to some expensive store in Beverly Hills and buy an expensive gown and pay $10,000 for that t-shirt or something like that. I just wait till it goes to the thrift shop. See, by living in an urban community with a black mother like I had, you know how to take a little bit of nothing and turn it into something. You know how to take flour and a little, you know how to take grease and a little bit of flour and turn it into gravy, and you put a little pepper on it and put it over a biscuit and turn it into a meal. That's what we know how to do, and that's what we're doing at punchtv Studios. We will not be denied. I'm here to tell you that tonight. They may want to close the door in our face, but they can't do it now. We done got our foot in the door. And my mama said, if you get your foot in the door, Don't you take it out. You start trying to squeeze your shoulder where your foot is. And don't let us mess around and get our shoulder in the door. Imagine me in the shoulder of the door of Wall Street. Don't play with me here tonight. Many of us are lost. And we're lost because we don't have people that mentor us into wealth and into a wealth mindset. The people that I asked to speak tonight, who I'm so thankful, are wealthy people in their own rights. Mr. Hudson's a very low-key person, but he built his own business. He financed himself with very little debt. You take Dr. Rosie Milligan, who's known me since I was 4 or 5 years old. Amazing influence in my life because she's always been an entrepreneur. And while other people were working, her and her husband were traveling around the world. And in my mind, I wanted to figure out, how do you travel around the world like that? And we have to break ourselves, because you must have additional streams of revenue and additional streams of income. And we've been lost because we don't speak the language of finance. And you notice I'm not necessarily talking about shows tonight. I'm not necessarily talking about the next great show. I'm not necessarily talking about the next great music project that we put out or the next great thing. I'm talking about building wealth in our community. I'm talking about doing the thing for our community that Warren Buffett did for his. Warren Buffett's initial investors were able to buy Berkshire Hathaway stock dirt cheap. And what he did is what I plan to do at punchtv Studios. He mentored his first investors. He mentored them. He suggested to them that this is when you should buy, and this is when you should sell. I'm not telling you to buy, and I'm not telling you to sell. I'm just giving you a suggestion on the direction that we believe that you ought to take as an investor in the company. And we need that type of mentorship, because I'm going to tell you what the job of a CEO of a public company is. The job of a CEO of a public company is one single focused job. And you know what that job is? I'm going to tell you. That is to bring wealth to the shareholders. That is my single, solitary focus. And I promised you guys, if you read our subscription agreements, if you've read our offering circulars on our website, if you've read all of these things and been on our website, I promised you that by year 4, after we close out the IPO, if you guys buy every share of our stock, by year 4, after we close the IPO, I promised you in the paperwork that I filed with the Securities Exchange Commission of the United States government, I promised you that I would deliver $1.3 billion in revenue. I told you that I would do that. And the way that we do that is using the gift that I have. And my gift is knowing talent. My gift is understanding who has gifts and trying to bring those gifts out of those persons. And I love working with writers. I love working with directors. I love being in the trenches. We are having an event in our own television studio. You don't hear me here. What does it mean? And I try to go over this over and over. If I deliver $1.3 billion in revenue to you, our shareholders, that means that your stock price will be extraordinary. Listen what I said. I didn't say ordinary. I said extraordinary. Now I want you to hear how I said it. I didn't say extraordinary. I said extraordinary. But we have to speak the same language. We have to speak the language of mutual funds and treasury notes and certificates of deposits and municipal bonds and closed-end investments and exchange-traded funds and real estate investment funds. And we have to speak that language and begin to, when we speak that language, know that other people that are in our circle are going to speak the same language. And let me tell you something. And this is why I want to get this done. We are 1 week from closing the IPO. Tonight is Wednesday night. Next Wednesday night at midnight, the IPO is closed at $1 a share. It's over. You will not be able to buy punchtv stock after that at $1 a share in the community. I can guarantee you that much. But together, we can get this done. We've sold millions of shares. I'm not going to sit here and lie to you. We've sold millions of shares. But we have to go to Wall Street with a mandate. We have to sell every share. So when I stand before the powers of Wall Street on our behalf, they will know that we meant business. Many people have said, Joseph, you're just doing this for the money. Let me tell you something. This is not about the money. This is about legacy. And we in the urban community, we have to come off of the money thought and get into legacy building. And if I can help my initial shareholders, and I can share this with you, if I can help you become millionaires, which is what I am attempting to do, I want every one of my shareholders who have invested in me, that started with me, to become multi-millionaires. Notice, if you will, that I didn't say millionaire. I said multi-millionaire. Now notice the veracity in which I said multi-millionaire. I didn't say multi-millionaire. I said multi-millionaire. Berkshire Hathaway stock. And I must tell you that Warren Buffett is not somebody that that is a mentor for me. I'm just going to tell you this. I don't have anything against Warren Buffett. He's just not someone that is a mentor for me. But I like what he's done. His first investors, they have two classes of stock in Warren Buffett's company. They have an A class and they had a B class. They have a B class. The A class was for his initial investors. And if you Google this tonight, the A-class stock for every share is trading at $245,000 for one share. Do you think that Warren Buffett is coming to the urban community to ask you to invest in Berkshire Hathaway? I don't think so. Now imagine, and I'm not saying we're going to do this right now. This is going to take some time. But imagine if you own 10 shares of punchtv Studios, and imagine if our stock was at $245,000 a share. I'm just saying. Can I show you guys something awesome? Can I show you something awesome? Hold this for me. Somebody come hold this for me. Just hold it right there. Can I show you guys something awesome? Can I give you a glimpse of the future of punchtv? Can I give you just a glimpse? Just a glimpse. Now, this is what you have to do. Turn off your cell phones. If you have a cell phone, if you have a camera, turn it off. You cannot share this. This is just for the people that are here tonight. Now, is that worth $1? Can you go and tell your friends that we're going to do something awesome here? Okay? Can you just go and tell them that we're on fire here? What I want you to see in that picture is not just the beautiful buildings. What I want you to see is the 5,000 jobs we're going to create. What I want you to see is all of the stories from our community that need to be told. What I want you to see is all of the wealth that we're going to create for our community. And why is that important? Because we don't want the same thing. When you get wealthy, you ain't going to buy the same things I'm going to buy. When you get wealthy, you're going to buy things that are important to you. You're going to support causes that are important to you. You're going to send your children to the best colleges. We want to save black colleges and HBCUs. You got to have wealth to do that. So I wanted to share just these few things with you tonight so that when you leave here, I need your help to close this out strong. I need your help to make a statement for us, by us. They said that this couldn't be done. As a matter of fact, I've met with some very big investment banking companies, and they think that what we've done is absolutely stupid. They said we would never work together, but we have thousands of shareholders from all over the country. They said that why would anybody want to invest in our little company over here? We like the little engine that could. We look good. We do this. We do these great things. We got all the celebrities and the stars. Why would they want to invest with you? Because we ain't going to do it. But our community has. We will. And we will not be stopped. In closing tonight, I'm asking you, we have 1 week left. I can't tell you how much money we've already raised because the law won't allow me to do it. But I can tell you we're not there yet. I can tell you that we are allowed to oversubscribe, which means we're allowed to have an extra $1 million or $2 million over what our goal is. And our goal is to sell a total of 50 million shares of stock. Now, I'm going to answer another question, and I know what you're thinking. I'm just going to say this. Many people get upset when people talk about wealth, and they talk about wealth building, right? They're just like, why do you want to be wealthy? You're taking our money to make yourself wealthy, okay? I'm going to be wealthy no matter what. Let me just break it down to you. I was a multimillionaire, went broke, and now we're back. It's going to happen no matter what. We learn lessons along the way. But what I'm reaching out and I'm saying to you is, join us and let me show you the techniques that you can use to build your own businesses and be properly financed, because it takes 3 to 4 years to really get a business off the ground. It does. Any person in business will tell you that. You are going to struggle for 3 to 4 years, and by that 5th year, you might break even. That's just the nature of the beast. It does not matter what business you're in most of the time. So we can do this together. We can create a financial foundation for our community. We can create wealth from our community. And I guarantee you that if you guys work with me and you give us and give Punch TV this opportunity, I guarantee you that we will make it to the top together. This is not about Joseph Collins. This is not about me. This is about us. This is about the struggle that our people have gone through for over 200 years. And for 250 years, there's never been a black-owned company on the New York Stock Exchange. And our time is now.